All righty. Good morning, my friends. Hope everyone is off to a great start today. Now, on the market, which opened about 30 minutes ago, we got another green day. We've got a lot of stocks in the green, though not nearly as much as yesterday. But we're going to take a look at all that. We'll see what's going on in the world of dividend investing. I'll show you what's happening in my portfolio this morning. It's a pretty nice day today. In fact, the portfolio is sitting at all-time highs. We'll take a look at that. Got one dividend payment to show you, a really nice dividend payment from Enterprise Products Partners. And that's about it, guys. But before we get into any of that, what's the count? Where are we at this morning? So I've been walking for looks like about 49 minutes. Okay. You guys have to guess how many calories I burned in the live chat here. That's the game that we play. And just so you guys know, too, if this is your first walk to 100, if this is your first time joining the live stream, I can't stop streaming until I burn 100 calories. So anyway, we're going to take a look at the count. So once again, 49 minutes on the treadmill. I've gone 1.85 miles. Okay. Gone about just over 4,800 steps. So based on that, how many calories do you think we burned this morning? Let me know in the live chat. Let me know in the comments below if you're watching the replay. And while you guys are submitting your responses there, let me just go say hello to everyone in the chat. We've got Luis. Good morning, Luis. Good morning, Joyce. Fallen Zap. Good morning to you. Gabrielle. Good morning. Past Eddie. Hey, Ma. Good morning. Vince. Good morning, my friend. Tortoise. Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good day at work today. We've got Timber just in Lake. Good morning. All the way from Finland. Wow, what a treat. Happy to see you. We've got Vince here. Hello, Finland from the Netherlands. All right. Let's see. We've got Kevin. Good morning, Kevin. Morning, Jamie. Morning, Tara. I think I said hi to, maybe I didn't say hi to Joyce yet. Good morning, Joyce. Raheem, what's going on? And we are now getting into the guesses. Okay, we got Thomas here as well. So as far as the calorie count goes, Raheem says 86, Fast Eddie says 91, Jamie says 82, Vince says 93, okay, Thomas says 92. I'm going to slow this down a little bit so I don't get to 100 too quick. Coach Tim says 69, a little bit on the low end, I will say, Tim. Tortoise says 89, Luis says 89, 89's all around, Ma says 90, 70, 87, nice. Okay, good guesses, guys. Really good guesses. So at this point, I think when I first asked the question, because that's what I want to go off of. When I first asked the question, I was at 94 calories. 94 already. And now I'm at 96. 96 calories. It's hardly 7 a.m. So it's a great way to start the morning. That's why I like doing this. It's just a good way to see what's going on in the market, burn some calories, get in shape. Because summer's right around the corner. You may not think it is. It may only be middle of November, but summer is always right around the corner. But anyway, let's keep going, guys. Let's see. Yeah, Thomas says 4,500 steps usually lands around 90 something. Yep. And then Jamie says every time you inflect on a particular number, it seems that is the closest guess. I think that's a fair assessment. But anyway, guys, let's jump over to the screen real quick and see what's going on in the world of dividend investing. Because like I said, we've got another green day. And there's quite a few stocks that are up a pretty impressive amount. So let's go check that out. We're going to jump over here, over to Seeking Alpha, over on the watch list. And at the very top there, you see Target, TGT, coming in with a 17.66 gain, 17.66% gain for the morning, excuse me. And we've got quite a handful of other retailers following suit. VF Corporation, which has had a very rough year, is up 13.7%. KSS, which is Kohl's, is up 7.9%. Macy's up 5.7%. Dollar General 5.25%. Let's see what other retailers. Foot Locker's up 4.4%. Levi's up 4%. Walgreens up 3%. So a lot of retailing stocks, a lot of retailing companies are doing really well. And I think this is coming off the heels of Target announcing their quarterly earnings. If we go over to Target right here, which actually, as we'll see too, is still, even though they've jumped quite substantially today, they're still down quite a bit so far this year. In the last 365 days, they're down about 25%. Year to date, they're still down 14%. But this is where it's really popped right here. Just yesterday, guys, it was, what is that, $107 a share? Can you believe that? There was a point in time where it was very close to being under $100 per share, which is just insane. But anyway, scrolling down, looking at their earnings, I think it was right. I don't know if it'll show us like the top and bottom line, but maybe this is it right here. Let's check it out. So Target did really well. Beat on earnings, beat on revenue, even though revenue year over year was down about 4%. Comp sales, comparable sales, same store sales declined about 5% in the quarter. So, okay. Well, either way, the market felt really good about it. And I think that's what's pulled all these other retailing companies up. Just kind of I don't want to call it a foreshadowing, but I guess it could bode well for other retailers if Target, which is one of the biggest retailers, is seeing strong signals. But anyway, that's what's happening in the world of dividend investing, or at least that's the good stuff. Let's see what stocks are down today. There's probably not too many. Yeah, I mean, interestingly enough, TJ Maxx, which is another retailer, beast of a company, by the way. I don't know if you guys have ever looked into it, but this one's down 3.7%. See if we have any other retailers here down. Not really. Not really, just that one. But anyway, that's what's kind of happening around the market. Now let's jump over to my dividend portfolio tracking spreadsheet, which in case you've never seen this before, you can download this for free. There is a link to grab this spreadsheet in the description of the video. Hope you check it out. A lot of people like using this, which makes me happy to hear. But this is what we got going on in my portfolio. Like I said, right now it's sitting at all-time highs. Currently sitting at $55,241.79. This is the first time I've ever seen my portfolio up over 55,000. And what's crazy, guys, I'm not going to get the number quite right, but what's crazy is that when we first started doing this this Walk to 100 series now about 2 weeks ago, I think my portfolio was just barely above 51,000. So the last couple of weeks, it's been just really solid, and I can't really take any credit for that. It's just been some strong performance in the market lately. But still good to see it's bittersweet, right? It's bittersweet to see your portfolio value going up so much because stocks are becoming more expensive, which means your investment dollars won't stretch as far as they used to be able to. But at the same time, it's nice to be making money. It is very nice. So it's pretty cool to see this. Similarly, guys, in my Charles Schwab account, my main taxable brokerage account, I think this is sitting at all-time highs as well. I've never seen this value this close to $50,000. And I'm really hoping by the end of the week, I think that'd be a really cool milestone to see this portfolio value get above 50,000. Well, I think we'll definitely get it, but if we have like another day just like today, certainly another day just like yesterday, we'll definitely be there. But I also mentioned that I received one dividend payment yesterday, which came from Enterprise Products Partners. And let's zoom in just a little bit here, just make this a little bit bigger. So this is the month of November 2023. We can see that EPD payment right here for $43.42, a whopper of a dividend. And this is also the highest dividend I've ever received from EPD. I don't know. I must have added a little bit to this company sometime in the last quarter. I don't quite remember if I did, but it rings a little bit of a bell. I think I might have added maybe like a couple of shares here or there. I don't really remember. Maybe they raised the dividend. I don't know. But excuse me, if we scroll over here to the very far right, this puts my total for the month, my total income received for the month, just under $126. So halfway through November, $126, not too bad. And we are on pace to have a record month of dividend income, which I'm very excited to share with you guys as we get closer to November, or closer to the end of November. Now, going back over here to Seeking Alpha, switching gears, I want to show you my best and worst performing stocks so far for the day. We saw yesterday KRC just crushed it. KRC had a crazy gain yesterday, kind of like what we were seeing with Target today. But in my portfolio today, I guess it looks like KRC is also the top dog, up another 3%. Followed by Williams Sonoma, who's up about 2%. Then we've got a few others doing pretty decent. I mean, Intel's up 1.5%. But what's cool about this is Intel's finally hit $40 per share again. I've been waiting for that to happen for a while. And I think my average cost with Intel is about $44. So, we're inching closer and closer to breaking even on Intel, which is going to be like just the sweetest victory, I'll tell you what. But that's what's happening in my portfolio, guys. Nothing really down that much. I mean, AbbVie's down a little bit, but otherwise it's a pretty tame day. And I guess we'll see how the rest of the market plays out. But with that, I want to hear from you guys. What's going on in your portfolio? What's your highest gain today? Which stock is up the most for you? Which stock is down the most for you? Anything cool happen in your portfolio today? You guys buying anything? Let me know. I'm curious to hear what you guys have rocking over there. So let me scroll up and take a look at the comments real quick. I see a couple amigos here. Citizen of the Year. We got Leroy Skywalker in the building. Sebastian says, "Hi Ryan, watching from Chile. Very cool. What do you think of Chevron right now?" Um, I don't have any serious thoughts on Chevron right now. It's something. It's a company that I own, and it's still the best performing stock in my portfolio. I know that it's down a decent amount. I think it's down close to 20% this year, and I think it's my second worst performing stock in 2023. So begs the question: is it a good time to buy Chevron? It's hard for me to say. Like I'm personally just holding for now. I don't plan to buy because I am up so much. I think I'm still up close to 60% on Chevron. So I don't feel quite ready to add to my position. But with that said, I would not mind adding more at some point to Enterprise Products Partners, which is another company in the energy sector. They're a midstream pipeline company, and I love that. I love that stock. I love that company. So at some point, I wouldn't mind adding a bit more to that. But in terms of Chevron, I'm just holding for now. Let's see. Let's keep going here. Do, do, do. Oh, there we go. I like to hear this. Well, kind of. Thomas says my account's been locked out, and the tracking spreadsheet, what we saw here, has been a godsend in allowing me to continue tracking my account. Well, what happened, Thomas? Why are you locked out of your account? I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm also glad to hear that the spreadsheet's, still keeping you in the loop. So, um, let's see. Thomas here says, still planning on selling Intel when you reach break even. I don't know that I'll sell immediately as I break even. I think if I continue to hold long enough, and I'm actually going to be putting out a video later this morning talking about this, but I think if I continue to hold long enough, I would not be surprised if I was able to squeeze out some decent profits with Intel. So I might, I definitely think I'll break even. I'm very confident about that, and I'm confident that I just continue to deploy some patience with it. I could see the share price continue to go up from there, but I don't know. I obviously have no way to predict the future and see if that'll actually happen, but I've got a good feeling about Intel at least over these next couple of years. So I might just continue to hold through that and see what happens. So, oh, here we go. Quant Compounder says, "What up, Brian? I bought my latest round of Magic Formula stocks 2 days ago. SMLR already up 25% since then. Crazy, crazy market. Wow." Oh, this is a good question. Citizen of the Year says, in real quick, Quant Compounder, that's awesome. 25% in a couple days. That's unreal, man. So good job. What do you think of F1 in Las Vegas? Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm a big fan of F1 or racing in general, so I don't really care about it, but um, yeah, it's caused a, yeah, it's created a lot of unhappy locals, I'll tell you that, and also unhappy tourists as well. I was actually down on the strip yesterday afternoon, and they've got all the barricades up, as you walk across, because you can walk across like going from like Cromwell to Caesars, or you can go up over the overpass or whatever, those walking paths, and they've got it all blocked off. The construction down on the strip has really been a pain in the butt, and it's created more traffic than usual, even during times that aren't necessarily super busy on the strip. Because, and contrary to popular belief, like there's actually a decent amount of time where you can drive down the strip, and it's like there's no traffic, there's no cars. It's actually a pretty nice drive. But with the F1 stuff, with all the construction they've been doing, it's been a real pain in the butt. So with that said, I can't say I don't know. I can't say it's been the best thing. I don't know that and I could be wrong on this too, but I don't know that the turnout for F1 has been, at least where my fiance works. I don't think it's been as busy as they were anticipating. Um, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. I think they've talked about like a 10-year deal, but I think it's really like a 3-year deal, and we'll see what they end up doing, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's the first time doing it, so there's bound to be things that don't go quite right, and there's still some details I'm sure they'll have to figure out the hard way, but it's all good. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, Tortoise says, "Do you have a price point you'd exit Chevron since you're up so much, or yeah, I'm not gonna touch it. I have no reason to sell out of it at this point, so I'm just gonna hold on to it. Let's see. Derek says, I know you're an investor in VU, but do you ever consider investing in a total stock market index fund like SWSTX? No, not necessarily. I feel fine just holding on to VU. I don't think you can go wrong with the S&P 500. Um, yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with the S&P 500. So I'm just not going to touch it. But with that said, if for some reason that changes, like I changed my mind, I don't know exactly why I would, but if for some reason I changed my mind, or if things in the U.S. really really start going downhill, and it looks like just the future of all these S&P 500 companies are not great, then maybe. But yeah, I don't think you go wrong with the S&P, so just continue to hold that. Keep it simple. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Pedro here says, of my 19 Intel shares, only 5 are in the red. Yeah. Arjani says baseball is next for Vegas. That's right. So Vegas is going to be getting the A's, I believe. And yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of mixed feelings about that as well. So, but I don't know. The thing about Vegas, I will say, is they're always trying to do things to improve the city. They're always trying to do things to create new attractions and keep people coming. And there's just it really is unlike any other place in the world. And I absolutely love living here. It's such a fun place to live. You know what I mean? As I'm sure you guys can imagine. I mean, a lot of people come here from all around the world to visit, and it's just so cool being able to drive down to the strip, be 20 minutes away from the strip, go have some fun, and then just drive 20 minutes and come home. And or even like doing little staycations, just staying on the strip, for a night here and there. It's been a lot of fun. But I love living here. Let's see what else we got, guys. Let's check the count. I guarantee we're over 100 calories. We might even be over 110 at this point, but let's see. So, okay. 112 calories. Been going about 65 minutes. 2.2 miles and just over 6,100 steps. So, we are doing pretty good, guys. Maybe we'll just go a few minutes. We've only been streaming for 17 minutes. We'll go for another five or so. Let's see. Trying to Wear says, I finally caught you walking on stream, missing your intro. Like, in case you're new to the channel, here we strictly talk about dividend stocks. Greetings from Germany. Yeah, I mean, I don't really do that in the live stream. I just kind of, it's a different pace than the normal recorded video, so I just kind of wing it with these live streams. But it's a lot of fun. I love streaming. The more I do it, the more I enjoy it. But yeah, so I mean, if you want to catch my normal intro, in case you're new to the channel, here we strictly talk about dividend stocks. I'm going to be putting out a video, a recorded video here. I think at 9 a.m. I'll release it. So in about an hour and 40 minutes, hour 45. Really interesting video. I think you guys will find this one pretty interesting. And I hope you check it out because yeah, I just hope you check it out because some of the stuff we've talked about today, I'm expanding on more in that video. And it's something, the topic of this video is something that I've been thinking about for a while as it pertains to just some of the stocks in my portfolio. And I hope that video serves as a good explanation and a good way to explain all those thoughts. But anyway, I hope you guys check it out. Like I said, it should be going live in about 1 hour and 40 minutes. So definitely do so and show me some love in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button on it. And also, hit the thumbs up button here. If you're watching the stream, there's about 90 of us right now. If you have the capacity to, hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying this. What else can I say to you guys? I mean, check out the spreadsheet if you've not done so already. I'll be sending out a newsletter tomorrow morning. I'm going to write that today. So click the link in the description to check out the most recent newsletter and make sure the next one's delivered straight to your inbox. What else can I say? Let's see. So yeah, JD says different pace, punny. Yeah, thank you. I did not mean to do that, but good one, Ryan. Dean says might be heading out to Vegas in April. Nice. Well, Lean Mean Dean Machine. You got to look me up. Look me up if you do. If you guys ever come to town And scheduling permits, I'd love to try and meet up and take you out for a margarita. Let's see. Tim says getting divvies from Realty Income, Stag, and KMI today. Yeah, I should be getting some dividends as well. Let's actually go over here. Go back to the screen. I'm going to pull up the dividendtracker.com. Take a look at the payout tool or payout calendar. So if we go right here, let's see. Okay. So the 15th right here. So yeah, should be a nice day of dividends. So if we expand that, should be getting AbbVie, Main Street, Realty Income, and a nice one, a whopper from Procter and Gamble, $24.50. Man, I need to get that up to like a $25 average for these quarterly payments, guys. I got to get to $100 per year of dividend income with Procter and Gamble. So close, a couple of bucks away. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good day of dividends. Yesterday was really good. Got that EPD payment. Tomorrow's going to be blah, $1.60 from Apple, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Better than nothing. What else we got here in the chat? Okay. Francisco says, I love your content, Ryan. Your advice has helped me a lot. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to hear that. That keeps me going. That yeah. Thank you for that feedback. That's awesome. Keep up the good work too. Luis says, I'm happy today that this week I started diet again to try and lose some weight, mainly quitting dairy on my day-to-day food and hopefully start my walk to 100 soon as well. I love it, Luis. Good stuff, man. You got to get in shape and stay in shape. We got to live as long as we can so we can keep that compounding going and reap the rewards from our dividends. So that's how I think about it too. Like that's a good motivator to be as healthy as you can, just to be able to be around as long as you can to see your portfolio grow and use your dividends. And yeah, it could be a good life once you reach financial freedom. And so you want to be able to take advantage of that, I think, as long as you possibly can. So let's see. Trying to Wear says, yesterday I got another 80 shares of ABR, hitting another stock. Okay. Bringing my every month dividend to 110 euros. Wow. Good job. Yeah, Luis, this is crazy, man. Yesterday I got 182 from NEP, and today I have AbbVie, Ally, and Realty Income. Great. Nice. Oh, this is good too. Thanks for your time and content. Got $500+ last month, I think, in stocks, up over 10% this month. Great job. That's wow, $500. Good stuff. Oh yeah, Gold says toss the link to the sit stand desk in the description. Okay, I'll try and do that. I don't know if I have the link for this one, but if you guys want to check out the treadmill I'm walking on, it's at the very top of the description. It's the very first link right there. I've really enjoyed having this treadmill. I mean, you guys know I've gotten a lot of good use out of it. I've only been walking now I'm only going like 1.2 miles per hour, so it's really like not a fast pace at all. I think you can go up to maybe 4 miles per hour, so it can get a pretty brisk pace. But usually I walk 2.2, 2.4 miles per hour when I'm doing this, and I'm not talking or typing or whatever. If I'm just walking, it's a bit faster. But yeah, it's a pretty easy way to burn an extra 100 calories a day, and that's really what this stream is all about. Just an extra 100 calories here. The little daily incremental progress over time will compound into even greater results. And as you guys know, it's the same process with dividend investing. It's the same exact thing. It's just baby steps forward. You do it step by step, hence the name Walk to 100. So, but yeah, if you guys want to check out the treadmill, there's a link to it in the description. And yeah, Louis says hitting 40 next year, so my buddy is yeah, I get you, man. Oh, your body is feeling it. Okay. Timber, how many times per week do you hit the gym? I usually go 5 to 6 times a week. I'm usually lifting 5 to 6 days out of the week. Yeah, but it just depends. I don't really count it. I've gotten to a point where if I feel like going to lift, I'll do it. If I don't, then I'll take the rest day. It's fine. It's like I don't, I'm not going to fall off of it. I'm not going to stop doing it because I enjoy doing it. So it's like just part of my part of the lifestyle at this point. So if I ever feel like I need an off day, I don't hesitate to take it. So you sometimes you just gotta listen to that. Yeah, JD, you put me on to how much of a multiplier dividends can be. Can't wait to hit 1K a month. You and me both, my friend. I can't wait to hit $1,000 coming in every single month. I'm at just over 200 right now, but I gotta say, I feel like since hitting 200 every single month, so $2,400 per year, I feel like it's really started to go. I've noticed it's starting to go a bit quicker. Like I hit 2,400 within the last month, and I'm already halfway to the next $100 after that. So, um, yeah, the pace has really been expedited, and I'm excited to see that going. I mean, the next real milestone I'd say is like bringing in $300 per month, and it's like we're already making some really great strides towards that. So definitely within the next year, I'll be there. I shouldn't say definitely, but I will at least be at by the end of next year. I will at least be over $3,000 of annual dividend income. I know that. I know that for certain. Just based on how this thing's growing, I feel pretty good about that. This is a good question here. We're gonna do a couple more and we're gonna wrap it up. Okay. So Tara wants to know: do you think the market is going to go down big like the other doom and gloomers, or do you think it's starting to get green for longer? I don't know. I really don't know. Um, I really don't know. I mean, if for some reason we go deeper into a recession, then I could see the market going down more. But if they start to cut interest rates, then I don't see what if they start to cut interest rates, I don't see why stocks would go down. And so we'll just have to see what happens. But then again, it's based on yesterday's news. It's like they might not have to raise rates again. So I feel like we're kind of in this weird limbo stage where we're not really, well, that's probably always true, where we're not really sure what's going to happen next. But I I don't know. I feel like it's anybody's guess right now as to what's going to happen. I think it could go either way. So, oh wow. Target's up 20% today. Is it really? Well, I mean, we looked at Target earlier, but is it up 20% right now? Well, it's close. 17.5%. What's happening? Anything new in this portfolio? Let's see where things are at right now before we wrap it up. Okay. KRC 3.5%, Williams Sonoma up 2%, Intel still hanging on to that $40 per share. So things are looking good. It's going to be a good day. Um, yeah, Bruce, they will cut interest rates when the economy is in trouble. Huge red flag for stocks. Yeah. At some point they'll have to cut interest rates. I just don't know exactly when that will be. But I think it's a pretty good place to wrap it up, guys, unless you have any last comments, any last questions for me. But otherwise, just a couple of housekeeping things before we go. Number one, remember, I'll be putting out a video in the next hour and a half. So set your alarms for 9 a.m., noon, 12 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. But set your timers there. Good little video going out today. I hope you guys check it out, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope if you watch it, you'll leave me a comment. And yeah, I hope you do all those things. But also, check out if you guys want to start burning some calories for yourself at home. And this treadmill, it's super portable. You can literally put it anywhere in your house. There's a link to that in the description of the video, as well as a link to download my free dividend portfolio tracking spreadsheet. Get that as well. Ooh, this is a good question. Luis says, last question, song recommendation for today. Let me just open up Spotify real quick, and I'll tell you what I'm listening to. So this is what's currently on my Spotify. I would recommend this one. This is, I don't know if you can see it, if it'll focus. Long Division. Song is Long Division by Death Cab, which sounds like a pretty heavy metal name, but I promise it's not. So Long Division from the Narrow Stairs album from Death Cab. Good album. Okay, last question here. What do you think about buying high yield stocks like Maine and dripping dividends into lower yielding with high growth like Veer Costco? It's my plan. I feel okay with it, but I'd love your opinion on it. I mean, That's fine. I own Main Street Capital Corporation, but I wouldn't. What I would not do is I wouldn't try and justify buying high yield stocks. I wouldn't use the dividends that you'd reinvest into the higher growth stocks to justify buying the high yield stock. I think you should just buy the high yield stock because you think it's a good business and you think it's got good long term prospects. But and I see this happen a lot. I've seen it happen a lot lately where people will buy something like and this is not like, I don't say this to try and be disparaging or to talk down on anyone's strategy, because everyone's going to do what they're going to do, and that's fine. Everyone does things differently. But I see a lot of people buy something like TSLY, and the justification for it is, well, I'm buying TSLY so I can get those dividends, and then I'm going to reinvest the dividends into high growth dividend stocks. So it's like, it's fine. But I look at that and I think, well, if your ultimate goal then is to, based on that statement, it sounds like your ultimate goal is to build an allocation of high growth dividend stocks. So if that's true, and if that is your primary goal, then just don't buy the high yield thing. To just buy more dividend growth stocks instead of putting money into the high yield thing. Instead, just buy the Visa, buy the Costco. So or whatever it is, you know what I mean? So that's kind of my thought on the whole thing. I mean, I think Main Street's a pretty fine BDC. Like I said, it's one that I have in my portfolio, but hopefully all that makes sense. So, well, anyway, guys, I hit the pause on the treadmill, but let's see. We got to see where the where the count is at to close it out. Okay, so we've gone 80 minutes, 2.5 miles exactly, 7,200 steps, and have burned 127 calories, which is a new record on the stream. I think the previous record was 125. So doing pretty good. But yeah, we are officially going to wrap it up here, guys. Been going about 30 minutes so far. But I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. A lot of fun this morning. Really good stream. And really good day on the market. I hope the rest of the day for all you guys turns out to be just as how it's been so far. A really weird way to word that, but you know me, guys. Let's see. Anything else before I go? Anyway, that's pretty much it. Video coming out in an hour and a half. With that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. I'll see you in an hour and a half, and I'll also see you tomorrow for episode 9 of Walk to 100. So you guys have a good day. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you in the next one.